Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 16th ElectroJet Rock Show. I'm Jett, and we have coming from LA to you guys, we have the Professor with us. Say hi, Professor.
Hi, Professor. What's going on, rockers? Welcome back. Glad to have you guys back again.
All right, we're going to talk about the greatest band of all time, or one of the greatest, Aerosmith. And their first four records, I got to say, they're all masterpieces. Every single song on them is really good, pretty much. First album's great. The opener on it. Production's a little raw, but songs are great. Performances are great. Then the second one was Get Your Wings. Friggin' masterpiece. Every single song is on it is phenomenal. So what do you have to say about those, Professor?
I'd agree with that as well. That the first album, again, like you said, kind of like a more basic mix is the way I kind of saw it. You know, of course, it's an older album, 1973, so it didn't have all the technology that came later, but every song on there is great. And then Get Your Wings, again, masterpiece. And then you got the next two albums, Toys in the Attic, again, every song great. And then you got Rocks, which is maybe, it's hard to say if it's their best album, but obviously one of their best albums. And another one, Cut for Cut, every song is great. And so when I look at bands, later bands of the 80s, how many of them had that many albums that cut for cut were that good? That's a pretty rare thing. So absolutely, Aerosmith, awesome, iconic band.
Yeah, absolutely. Toys in the Attic has some very interesting things on it, especially the last song, the sort of McCartney-esque You See Me Crying with the 100-piece orchestra on it. That's phenomenal. It's a great song. Steven can really sing his ass off. Joe Perry has some really cool, very underrated solo lead guitar playing on Aerosmith Rocks. I was listening to it last week or about 2 weeks ago. Just really phenomenal guitar playing on that. And Aerosmith Rocks, one of the greatest rock and roll albums of all time. Easily. I'd put it maybe in the top 5, top 3. So, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, before heavy metal was heavy metal, when maybe you can put it in the hard rock genre. Songs to me like Rats in the Cellar and SOS Too Bad, which is on Get Your Wings, those are just gritty hard rock songs. They were
phenomenal.
Two of my favorite, really just gritty hard rock songs that just were driving. And I just loved listening to those songs over and over and over again. And trying to play to these, when I was younger, these were albums that I would play over and over again, doing the old needle drop, picking the record up, picking the needle up, dropping it again. What's he playing there? What's Hamilton playing there? Trying to get that bass line, try to figure out what he's playing there over and over again. That's how I was whittling my craft at that time. So, yeah, all four of those albums, just phenomenal cut for cut.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing, man. I remember when I put on Rocks, man, I couldn't figure out, how's he doing that? And then I had this guy tell me, they're tuned down a half step. So and then it all made sense. But I learned to play on that kind of stuff. Absolutely, yeah. Those four albums are just masterpieces. I'd say
absolutely.
Aerosmith Rocks is probably my favorite, and then maybe Get Your Wings, maybe a little over Toys in the Attic. Toys in the Attic, we never listened to Walk This Way because it was on the radio so much, but all the other tracks are really great too. And the guitar solo in Walk This Way, I mean, it's very signature.
Absolutely. The first album we used to play, if you remember, Jett, we used to play Mama Kin and Make It. Those were two songs that I really liked off that album. One Way Streets also is a great song. Then Get Your Wings, again, SOS. Same Old Song and Dance, Woman of the World. We played those songs, and
Spaced.
then
I like that one, Spaced. That's almost jazzy for them.
Yeah, excellent. And Toys in the Attic, that's another, ripping, gritty song, like Rats in the Cellar. Rats in the Cellar, Toys in the Attic. I always thought that was interesting.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great the way they kind of did an interplay on those two. And then on Rocks, every one of them, but, Back in the Saddle, Rats in the Cellar, Get the Lead Out, Sick as a Dog, all great songs.
Yeah, they're all phenomenal. Yeah, it's a masterpiece. So all you rock and rollers, go out and buy that one and take a listen to it. And I guess it's time for us to sign out. I'm Jett with
The Professor, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel, and of course, drop down in the comments section below and give us your favorite Aerosmith songs. I'd like to hear it. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. And this is The Professor signing out. Rock and roll!
Rock and roll!